Rehabilitation Supervisor Thomas Bukoskey from Hilton Head Hospital has joined me to talk about something that is always a hot topic, but particularly at this time of the year when we are all thinking about getting into shape. So Thomas, what is it that we should be thinking about when we start an exercise program?
Well, here we are in 2019 and everybody is beginning to set those resolutions and those goals. So there's some things they need to think about before they just go out and start moving around and start exercising before they, unfortunately might hurt themselves. So the first thing they need to do is think about any limitations or any other old injuries they've had that are creating limitations, and think about those. And then if they're bothering them, they need to go see a physician to make sure what they want to start is going to be okay and they're not going to cause more damage than good.
Okay, so that sounds smart. And what are the benefits that somebody should expect from starting an exercise program, and how long should they give themselves before they start seeing those benefits?
Yeah, it's obviously person to person dependent, but what we want to think, or what we want patients and people to think about is what goals do they want to set? And that's where it all starts. Do you want to improve your flexibility in a yoga class? Do you want to be able to play golf better so that your knees move better after some stiffness has set in? So they need to set the goals for themselves. And once those goals are set, then they should start to see improvements in flexibility and strength. Balance is a big one. We certainly don't want to see people fall, because a lot of bad things happen from falls, bad outcomes for folks. And we want to see better cardiovascular endurance so they can tolerate the things that they like to do from day to day, whether those are inside their home, outside their home, or the recreational activities like golf, tennis, and pickleball that they want to be a part of. So depending on those goals, some of the goals could take 2-3 months. Some of them may take longer. It just depends on what their condition was beforehand and what limitations they had, and how motivated they are to be able to achieve those goals.
And once somebody does start a program, what should they be looking at that makes a quality program for them?
Yeah, so there's a couple of key things that people need to look at. And so when you're exercising, if you do the same thing all the time, the body will accommodate to that same activity, and you'll get real good at that, but you won't necessarily see the changes in the things that you want to do. So what we hope that people will do is look at their flexibility and work on that flexibility. We hope that they'll work on their strength and their balance. But when they're doing all those things, we hope that they do it balanced, meaning not just their balance, maybe standing on one foot or with their feet narrow. What we're hoping is that they work the front of their body and the back of their body. Every joint has a muscle that's in the front and the back, and some have them on the side and the inside, and some rotate. So are they working all those? Like the shoulder joint moves in 6 different directions. So are they working the body balanced from left to right and throughout a joint? And then we want people to be multi-directional. Don't just do the same thing all the time. The word that comes to mind is cross-training. Move in different directions and challenge your body differently. And then as you're doing those things, that'll lead to how often do you exercise, and the quality of that exercise, making sure you're doing it right and not wrong so that you don't hurt yourself.
Right. And how often should people be exercising?
Well, again, that all goes back to the goals and what they want to accomplish, and where they were before they started. How old are they? What's their resting heart rate? What condition are they in? And what other conditions do they have that might limit them? So, we like to, when people are strength training, you want to make sure there's a day in between to let the body recover, let those muscles recover. And then on those off days, you're doing your cardiovascular and some of your other activities. So we like to see people moving pretty much every day throughout the week, if at all possible.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. That was all excellent information. And make sure that if you would like to seek the help of somebody for your exercise program, you get in touch with Thomas.
All right, thank you.